And you have vaults, which is more like an ETF, as I understand it. Tell us about vaults.
Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more about the vision because we're a little bit it's on the roadmap, right? It's kind of like third in line to some of the things that we're doing today. But what are vaults, right? So today the product requires that you come to the product, have a Solana wallet. You're basically a Solana user, invest on the platform and buy square footage. But that may not necessarily be the best distribution vehicle for everybody, right? We have companies like Coinbase that have launched Base on Ethereum. Robinhood is launching their own RWA. There are other really cool RWA chains that are also coming on EVM, right? And so with the bridging solutions getting better over time, what we want to be able to do is offer people a tokenized representation of like the United States market, right? Where they don't necessarily need to come to Parcel explicitly to trade. What they can do, right, is buy these tokens on the open market. How will these tokens be minted? Well, somebody creates kind of like a mutual fund or a fund itself, right? People can put money into that fund, right? It mints a token, which trades at the net asset value, just like a mutual fund trades, and it gives people exposure. So now they don't need this like direct path to Parcel. Now they can have this abstraction layer where they can basically invest in a token, and that token will move and represent the same value of the basket. So one basket may just be the Brooklyn market. Another basket may be, hey, we want everything in the Northeast. And so what we're very excited about vaults is that it enables us to be able to deliver value across chains without necessarily needing to port our entire exchange over to different blockchains. And we think that's the power of blockchain generally, is like everyone should be able to bridge. People shouldn't really care what network they're on. They're just on the network of their choice, being facilitated by whomever they're, wherever they put their capital, right? So Base for Coinbase users, the new Robinhood chain for Robinhood users. And we want to make sure that our tokens, specifically these vault tokens, are available on those markets so people can get exposure. And even thinking a little bit further, we think that our best investors on Parcel should be able to launch their own vaults with their own tokens so that they can basically start their own hedge fund in the real estate space, right? And so it's up to them to distribute their own token. It is up to them to generate better returns. And so we're just very excited. We'll eventually have a marketplace for these vaults where, Jason, you could create a vault and, you have an edge because you feel like, a particular area of the United States is somewhere that you really understand and how to invest in it. You should be able to launch your own vaults just like a mutual fund launches a mutual fund, and people should be able to invest in that vault, and you should be able to make a small management fee. And so that's really the future of our vaults product.